Welcome to part two of the reincarnation theory. Of course, just like the first part, this will contain spoilers, so you have been advised. To recap the reincarnation theory, it was three parts to the reincarnation theory. One is that Remake was basically in the live stream. Two, that the planet, once it gets destroyed, the live stream moves to a new planet and starts everything over again from scratch, and fate write everything the same way. And three, that Lucretia is Genova from the old planet, basically filled with either chaos or the negative life stream that altered her into what we know as Genova. Now, in this part, I'm going to go over somewhat reasons that made me believe of this theory, or made me come up with this theory. The live stream part is pretty self-explanatory. If you are a long-time OG fan, it's the most important part of the Final Fantasy VII story, which is the live stream sequence. So any true Final Fantasy fan would understand that from the live stream sequence. As for the other two, ironically, the proof is in Nibelheim also. So we're gonna go deeper into that and understand that. Listen to this first.
Vincent Valentine reporting for duty, ma'am. I've been assigned your protection.
No.
Huh?
Why would they send his...
Excuse me?
Oh, I apologize. This is the first time I have ever met anyone from the Turks. Lucrezia Crescent. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Mr. Valentine.
As you see in the clip, this is Lucrezia's first time meeting the Turk Valentine, and she's meeting him because Shinra assigned him to her as a Turk. She says in the clip this is the first time she's meeting a Turk, and that's because scientists usually do not have Turks as bodyguards. Hojo is only seen with infantrymen. Professor Gus didn't have a Turk, and Dr. Valentine didn't have a Turk as a bodyguard. So why would Shinra make Lucretia have a bodyguard? The only time in FS7 story we do see people have a bodyguard is people that are very, 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 very important to Shinra. The Vice President Rufus had a Turk bodyguards, and Aerith has a Turk bodyguards. The only other time we see a Turk accompanying somebody is a first soldier when they're on a mission. But other than that, Shinra only put a Turk bodyguard to someone who's very, very important. So you have to ask yourself, why is Lucretia important enough to have a bodyguard where Hojo does not? A Turk bodyguard. And the answer can be answered by my theory that Lucretia is Genova from the older planet. So let me explain why Shinra would put a Turk bodyguard because of that. It's very simple. Once they get Genova's DNA, they're able to tell that Genova DNA came from a human. Altered, but probably from a human. And with further science research, they probably can tell Genova DNA has high similarity to Lucretia's DNA. How they got Lucretia's DNA, I don't know. Maybe that's part of the Shinra hiring process, but however it is, they was able to tell that Lucretia's DNA and Genova's DNA is very similar. Once they figured that out, they made Lucretia a high priority in protecting the same way they protected Aerith. Of course, she's probably wasn't on the same level as Aerith, but still a high priority nonetheless. And that's one proof, extra proof that confirms to me, at least in the story, that Lucretia is Genova from the older planet. Now for proof that the compilation is happening on two different worlds. As you can see in the background, we are playing the Nibelheim incident. We're playing the Nibelheim incident for 4 different Final Fantasy properties. The first is OG. The second is Last Order. The third is Crisis Core. And the last is Before Crisis. Now for OG and Crisis Core, they both have Cloud getting impaled by Sephiroth, then Cloud overpowering Sephiroth and flinging him into a wall, then Sephiroth directly falling into the reactor. However, with Last Order and Before Crisis, as you will see in a minute, you will see that Sephiroth jumps into the reactor himself, which is totally different than the OG. So the question is, why would Sephiroth jump into the reactor himself? It's because fate made him do that. But why would it be different? Why would the developers make it different than the OG? Because even though Last Order is not considered canon, Before Crisis is. And Before Crisis have Sephiroth committing suicide. This helps prove my theory that the developers originally meant for Before Crisis to happen on the second world. The new world after the OG world got destroyed by the meteor. But because they wasn't ready to explain the lore yet, they changed the scene later on in Before Crisis to appease the fans, so the fans wouldn't be confused. But I think they originally meant for Before Crisis to be seen, to be meant to be on a different world, a different planet. The planet not created by timelines, but created by the live stream. That is it for my proof of Nibelheim. There may be a part 3 that goes into the first world, maybe. Final Fantasy fans probably know where I'm going. Alright. Catch you later.
Zach! Sephiroth did this to you? Fine. I'm more worried about He's in there. Go. Right. Leave it to me. Oh boy. Did you like that war cry? Or it wasn't that. I didn't feel like I made enough of bass to it. This can't be. You couldn't have. Those eyes. I won't let anybody get in my way. Cloud, get up! Mother, let's take this planet back together. Sephiroth! No way! Sephiroth jumped into the Mako pit? Why? Thanks.